Yeah, so that was my initial impression of SOCOM 4 right there. I got stuck on the screen, on the loading screen, like five fucking times before I finally broke down. And I went online and I looked up the freezing on the load screen SOCOM 4. I just Googled that shit. And I came up with a whole bunch of other people who had the same fucking problem. And basically, what I had to do was I had to delete all the shit that was SOCOM 4 related. I had to go into the file and all that stuff and delete it. So yeah, I booted it back up and I skipped the patch or bullshit. I installed the game and then I went ahead and tried to go online and I let it patch and it got stuck again. So what I did is I deleted the shit again, loaded it back up, installed the fucking game, and then I turned the game off after I installed it, turned it back on, and allowed it to patch, and everything worked. So, I don't know, probably 3, 4 hours later, I actually got the fucking thing to work. So immediately here, we're not off to a good start. SOCOM 4 is not leaving a good impression with me whatsoever. So then I go ahead and I decide, well, I'm gonna play some campaign. I don't want to just dive right into the multiplayer and get fucking destroyed because I don't know the controls. You know what I'm saying? So I did. I started up the campaign. Now, before I talk about all that, I just want to talk about some of the things that I liked about the game before I get into any of the ranting, because that's going to be like the bulk of this video, alright? Everybody needs to understand right away that I did not like this fucking game, not one bit.
A shadow scale hatchling is trained in the arts of stealth and assassination.
You one ugly motherfucker.
Now, what I do like is the graphics are very, very nice. It's a good looking game. The high production value is obviously there. I spent a lot of money on it, and it looks really good. And it's got like a cinematic feel to it. And I mean, that's cool, but I was perfectly fine with the way SOCOM was run before. You know, so I don't need all that shit. I don't need it to be a fucking Michael Bay action film. So that doesn't. That's kind of wasted on me. The sound effects were pretty good. The controls felt tight, but at the same time they were awkward. It's just not SOCOM. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel anything like SOCOM. It doesn't look like SOCOM. It doesn't play like SOCOM. It's not SOCOM. So yeah, I guess I guess the good thing stopped right there. It didn't last very long, did it? Uh, you know, maybe the co-op's pretty cool. I haven't been able to try the fucking co-op, and mind you, I've only had this game for one day, and I kept confrontation for longer because I wanted to try things out. I wanted to really get a good feel for the game before I tried to do a review. But with this, I know I just don't fucking like this game. So yeah, anyway, I get into the campaign and they're giving me this tutorial on some shit that's pretty basic. And right away I don't like the fucking controls. I mean, they're not for me. They're not SOCOM. I understand why some kids like this game because it appeals to their generation. It's their sort of fucking shooter. I mean, it's like like Gears of War and shit like that. So it's got the cover system, it's got the run button, it's got the zoom in shit, and you get in your own way. There's no first person shooter view aside from when you're looking down your scope and shit like that. I mean, why do I have to zoom in order to shoot? That doesn't you don't need that. It's in SOCOM. That's not fucking SOCOM. Oh man, it doesn't belong there. Firing from the hip, I guess is what you want to call it. Firing from the hip, that's SOCOM. That's what SOCOM is. You just fire from the hip. You don't have to zoom or do any crazy shit unless you're trying to look in through a window or you're up against a wall or you're sniping. That's the only time you want to fucking zoom in. And when you do zoom in, you don't want your guy to be in the way. You don't need your neck and your fucking head there. You don't need Resident Evil style shit. That's what that is. Fucking Resident Evil 4 started that shit, man. And mind you, I did like Resident Evil 4, but not as a Resident Evil game. And it's like the same fucking shit here. It's a decent shooter. I can't say I like it because I don't like it, but it's a decent shooter, but it's not a SOCOM shooter. It's not a SOCOM game, and it's very linear. They tell you where to go. Go here, go there, go here, go there, and they're giving you these little waypoints to fucking run to, and you're not left to your own devices. They don't let you strategize. So how the fuck are they calling this a tactical shooter? There's nothing tactical about this at all. It's like it might as well be on fucking rails, man. I mean, they just tell you where to go. It's completely linear, and it dawned on me how wide open the original SOCOMs were. They were like sandbox games in the way that you could just pick your objectives and do what you wanted. I mean, it was cool. You know, you got your map and you wanted to study that shit. I remember playing that shit with my cousin back in the day when we first got it. We sat down in his living room and he brought it home, hooked up the headset, and it was just so fucking awesome. We're looking at the map and we're devising strategies and shit like that. There's none of that here. That shit doesn't fucking exist. And I know there's a lot of people that never really got into the campaign with SOCOM. And I know the star of SOCOM has always been the online multiplayer. I completely get that. But I was one of those people who did enjoy the campaigns in SOCOM. Now some of the missions were pretty buggy in SOCOM. I had some problems with SOCOM 1 and 2. But, you know, I was willing to look past that shit. There were bugs. It wasn't perfect, but I was able to do what I wanted. There was more freedom, and it was tactical. This shit is not tactical at all. Go here, go there, follow the fucking little bullshit indicator to go there. And then I got to the stealth mission, and that shit was a fucking joke, too. It looked beautiful. I loved the rain effect and how everything was just like, you know, you could see the streets were wet, and the lighting was really nice. And I'm sneaking through the shadows, and this guy's standing like right in front of me. And a lot of games do this. It wasn't just this game, but a lot of games do this shit where they're like you're magically fucking hidden, and the guy in front of you can't see you because your stealth meter's low. What the fuck? You know what I mean? I know games aren't supposed to be hyper realistic, like realism, and I don't want them to be, but come on, man, this fucking guy's standing right in front of me. He can't see me. That's stupid. And then there was another point where I get a message and they're like, "You're doing really good. You keep on doing what you're doing." And like not even a second later, the enemy's like, "There he is. There she is," and they start shooting at me for no fucking reason. My stealth meter is low. I'm sneaking. Everything's going fine, and all of a sudden my cover's blown. I'm going, "What the fuck?" So I loaded it up again, and as soon as I loaded it from a checkpoint, I had to like disable this shit. It's the bridge controls or something like that. And as soon as I loaded it up, there she is, and they start shooting at me. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Why am I spotted? I just started, and I'm pretty sure last time I did this, I didn't get spotted, so I died, and it loaded me from that checkpoint, and then all of a sudden I wasn't spotted again. It's like random, completely fucking random when you get detected sometimes, so it just wasn't spot on in that effect. And I got through the mission, but I got spotted like 5 or 6 times, and that just kind of really ruined it for me. I didn't feel like I was a stealthy badass at all. And then I got an achievement, and it said like covert ops or some shit like that. I'm like, yeah, real fucking covert. I got caught like 5 or 6 times. I'm not feeling it. Here's a side rant for you guys: trophies and achievements just for fucking beating a level. What? Uh, that shit is fucking stupid. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like achievements and trophies. It gives you something to work at. When it gives you something to work at, that's when I like them. Like kill like a certain amount of enemies or do some crazy shit and then you get a trophy. Because after you beat a game, it can add some replay value if you want to go back through and beat it on hard, or you want to do this. If you actually achieve something, then it's nice to have achievements and trophies. But when they just hand them out to you, it's fucking stupid. But anyway, enough about that. Enough about this single player. I hopped on to the multiplayer, and just like everybody warned me, all the videos I've seen, there's no fucking lobbies. They just throw you into a room, and a lot of games do this shit now. But I couldn't even really pick the map. I don't think you can pick the map. Like they're just like, do you want to play suppression? Do you want to play classic? Do you want to just play standard? I got standard as respawn now, so I'm like, okay, and I just fucking picked standard. And it just dumps me into a random room. And what happened the fucking instant I joined that room? A vote to kick you has been initiated. What the fuck? I haven't even been in the room. Like, I think that vote to kick me fucking popped before I even got into the room. And my wife's standing there, and she's like, "Why are they trying to kick you?" I have no idea. I just fucking got in. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not ranked and like, oh no, here's another noob. So I pressed select and I took a look, and everybody on my team was from the same clan. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking done. They're gonna kick me. and the vote didn't initiate. And I'm hearing all this chatter, and I can't really discern what anybody's saying. I thought I was in like the Bangkok room or something. I hear like, I'm like, what the fuck are these people saying? Is this English? She's like, I don't know, I can't make it out. So after a while, I started making out what was going on. These people were arguing, and I'm not entirely certain what they were arguing about, but they fucking meant it. They were going back and forth like, fuck you, and blah, blah, blah. And this one dude's trying to mediate. He's like, all right, now, guys, calm down. Everybody calm down. That's not what the game's about, and let's just play and have fun. And he's like fucking all happy butterflies and rainbows and shit. And these guys are just going at it. Meanwhile, my vote drops off. It doesn't go past 1 out of 5 votes needed to kick me, and as soon as it drops off, it goes back up. And there's my wife off the side going, "Oh, there's that vote again. They've tried to vote you out again." I'm like, what the fuck? I said, it's just the same guy, and it drops off, and then it goes back up, and it drops off, and then it's the second it went off and went back on. So someone's like dead set on kicking me out of this room. They don't know me from Adam. Now, meanwhile, I'm running around the map. I'm not really seeing anything. I'm completely disoriented. I don't know these maps, okay? So that doesn't help things. And apparently there's these objectives that I'm supposed to be capturing and shit like that. Everybody's arguing and it's just a mess. So I run out and I'm trying to be a little stealthy. I'm going around the corner and killed by a fucking noob tube. Yeah. The very first time I died in Socom 4 was a fucking noob tube. And this wasn't Bomb Squad, okay? This wasn't Bomb Squad. The shit that I heard was, people are supposed to use the noob tube if you're the bomb tech. It was just some random fucking asshole with a noob tube. He just blasted me. I didn't see where he was. I had no idea where he was after that. So then I spawn back up again, and I get running, and I got shot, and I have no idea where it came from, but it was a fucking headshot, and I died. That was it. And I started again. And then I ran out, and I died again. And mind you, I have no idea where any of this fire is coming from. It's just fucking chaos. There's people bitching in the mic. There's votes to kick me coming up nonstop. Very, very fucking bad first impression. So I get this guy in my sights. I finally got someone in my sights. He doesn't fucking see me. And I open fire. And I'm trying to keep my sights on him, but he's zigzagging all over the fucking place. And he spins around and pops me in the face, and I die. And the whole time I'm just thinking, Turbin mentioned all this shit, man.
Gotta keep it down, there's Charlie everywhere.
This is the shit that he warned me about, but no, I had to try it before it got shut down, right? I had to fucking try it. I figured, well, confrontation wasn't that bad. It's decent. I've been having some fun with it. So let me pick this one up and check it out. Fucking garbage. This game is fucking garbage, dude. This is not SOCOM. Oh my god. All I want to do is swear. It just put me in a bad fucking mood. Like, I paid $5 for this shit, alright? Whatever. Big deal, $5. But it would have been better for me to just go on the street and pick a fucking bum. Hand him $5 and tell him to fucking kick me in the jimmy. Because you know what? After he kicked me in the nuts, I don't think I'd be as pissed as I was at the end of this fucking match, this multiplayer match I tried. And oh my god, dude. Fucking garbage. So I just quit. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I might try it again. I might give it another chance. But what the fuck? I mean, I can't pick the maps I'm on. I'm getting hit by noob tubes. People are bitching. I'm being voted off. So I decide, alright, you know what? Take a deep breath. Relax. Don't fucking rage. And let's try some co-op. Because I really did enjoy Combined Assault's co-op. That's pretty much the only thing I did like in Combined Assault. I didn't really give a fuck about any of the maps. And it was basically like a patch or like DLC for SOCOM 3. So, SOCOM 3 wasn't my favorite anyway. It was a decent game. I had some fun with the small maps. But anyway, I liked the co-op in that game. That was like the star of Combined Assault. I had some fun with that. It was challenging. I liked working with people, so I decided, let me try out some co-op. And I get into a co-op room, and it just randomly throws me into a fucking room. I don't get to pick anything. I guess if I create a room, it lets me pick. I don't know. But anyway, I just joined. Quick join. I'm in a fucking hurry. I just want to get in there. And there's like 4 people, and I join. And one guy joins. And 5 minutes later, 2 people leave. And then like another 3, 4, 5 minutes later, I don't know, 2 people come in. And then I'm like, is this fucking game going to start? I'm clicking buttons, and all it's doing is showing my, my fucking PSN ID and shit like that. And it's just not starting. the game won't start. And I'm just sitting here waiting for it to fill up. And it dawns on me, there's probably nobody playing co-op. This is probably the only fucking co-op room right now. There's nobody joining it because nobody wants to play co-op. They're all playing fucking, well, the little few amount of people that are probably playing this piece of shit are playing multiplayer. Well, versus, I should say, not multiplayer. They're playing, standard Socom shit. If you can call it that, I don't know. But yeah, man. Wow. Just oh man. Like I might have some fun with the offline, you know. I don't know. I don't like the fact that I have to level up my weapons before, I'm as good as other people. Like apparently the more you work on a weapon, the more badass it gets and you unlock shit for it. And then you can really compete. But I don't really see that helping me at all because it feels really awkward to me trying to shoot someone with the view they give me. And when you're not zoomed in and you're shooting from the hip, it just fucking goes all over the place. It's just terrible. Oh my god. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'd be better off if I just camped in the weeds and put a silencer on my shit. But then again, I don't think I can put a silencer because I haven't unlocked it yet. But yeah, final thought on it. It's fucking garbage. It's a pile of fucking dog shit. It's not SOCOM. It might be okay as another shooter, I guess. The campaign, I might have some fun with that. If I can get into co-op, I might actually enjoy it if I'm not just sitting there waiting. But yeah, I did not expect this video to go on so long. Apparently when I'm bitching, I can just talk and talk all day. But there is, however, one more thing I want to show you guys real quick before I wrap this up. And you're going to have to take my word for it that I did not do this. I swear to you, I did not do this. There is a crack on the corner of the case. Now, this could have happened at GameStop. Maybe somebody mishandled it and it fell. But I don't think so. Because when I looked at the disc is in pristine condition. There are no scratches on it at all. As you can see here, there's no scratches. So what I deduced is that somebody went home and they probably spent like 35 to 50, 60, I don't know how many dollars on this fucking piece of shit. And they whipped the case across the room. I mean, that's what I want to do right now. I want to throw this thing and I only spent $5 on it. The only good that came out of this game is I'm even more excited for H-Hour now than I was before because I can truly see what people were talking about when they said that SOCOM was dead and that SOCOM 4 was a fucking embarrassment. So yeah, I'm even more excited for H-Hour now. So that's the only good thing that came out of it. But yeah, that's it guys. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.